Hello, it's Bryant.
Hi, do you do cash offers for homes in Arizona?
Yes, we do.
So yeah, I have a house in Tempe that I'm interested to know what you guys would offer.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for calling. Let me see if I can get your address from you.
The address of the house is...
All right, guys, what's going on? Cody Sperber, the Clever Investor here. Today's training video is going to be a little bit different. We're out in the field. I'm here at 20 Drive in Tempe, Arizona on a seller appointment. This particular lead came in through our website, through search engine optimization. The mom who inherited this place contacted us and filled out our form on our website. I just happened to be out and about with the crew, and my mentor Lyle happens to be in town. Wave, Lyle. So I said, hey, let's bring everybody to the seller appointment. The daughter actually is meeting us here, and we're gonna go in and we're gonna talk about the property and see if we can't put a deal together. I'm gonna be a little sensitive to the family, you know, and not force them to be on camera, but I will walk around the property. You'll get to see kind of behind the scenes of what we're looking at, what we're dealing with. So far over the phone, where the conversation has taken us, this property is really, really old. I don't know the exact date right now, but I'll put it up on the screen somewhere like right there. And it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, all in original condition. The great-grandma or the grandma who lived here never wanted to touch the place. So it's in original condition. It's probably worth about $350,000, fully fixed up. We're gonna go do a walkthrough. We're gonna talk to her about buying it. If it's worth $350,000, our goal buy price is about $200,000. But let's go see what work is needed, and you can meet my mentor, Lyle. Smell that, Lyle? That's profit. Garrett is doing a walkthrough right now with one of our team members, teaching her what to look for when doing a property walkthrough. Let's just listen in on some of the stuff that they're doing right now.
We're looking for water leaks. So you're looking in variations of like drywall and everything like that. Also, I can tell it's probably going to be cast iron. So I'm looking for the type of plumbing it is. Sometimes you're looking for water damage under there.
So these older homes is probably going to be cast iron.
Yep. Doors.
Right, yeah, no, I didn't think about
So now, look at all this, right? So I got to repair all this, right? See how the doors all
Yeah.
in? So it's not just like you can just throw a door on here.
Right,
You
and
can't.
that's right, no.
You gotta fix all that. And then sometimes when you start demoing, you start, damaging trim and, all that. So then you need to repair that stuff. So those are costs that people forget about.
Okay.
What about the windows throughout the house? Did your budget include that?
Those are single pane. I would keep them.
Keep these.
I wouldn't change them unless.
Yeah. Okay.
I keep those.
So
Yeah, they're fine unless they're broken or not functional. Watch the window. Oh, do that again. Damn, this is sturdy wall. This is good construction.
always close and open the doors.
Hey, don't break this before we buy it. Oh, see, this is called functional obsolescence. Just so you know, whenever you're doing real estate deals, you need to look for these types of things. Like back in the day, this probably wasn't that big of a deal, but this little handrail and this little step down will trip people up. And so you have to either float this floor up or get rid of that in some way, shape, or form. Nobody wants a 1-inch step down as soon as they walk into a house. Functional obsolescence. I bet you all the money in my left pocket right here that you won't lick this shag carpet.
I will not. Yeah, you're right.
Come on, dude. What do you mean you won't? No. I would have wanted some money. But whatever. So these are the types of properties that we're looking for. Older, distressed. Their original intention was to remodel the place, but then they started working on it, and it's a lot of work to remodel a house, especially an older house like this. So you can see here just how old this property actually is. The plumbing, the electrical, all the walls need to get opened up. And these are the types of deals that we're looking for. So, when sellers go to sell, they really only have two options. they can sell the traditional way, which is through a real estate agent. And if they can afford to fix the house up and get it to a place where it can qualify for financing and they're not motivated, then maybe that's the best route for them. But when they're looking for cash quickly and they don't want to deal with any repairs or any hassles or pay commissions, that's when they come to creative investors like us. And we'll deal with all of this and see, they don't even have to do anything. If they wanted to leave all this stuff, we will take care of the entire clean out for them. What do you think of this one?
Like,
It needs a
makes
full
it look
gut,
like a little
so we're definitely in the
he's walking through here.
35 to 40 per square foot price range.
Garrett, what do you think? Price per square foot to repair this place?
If we're redoing electrical and redoing HVAC, I don't know. I'd probably say somewhere right around like $30 a square foot.
All right. Thinks you could do it for 30. Hot 30. What do you
I
think?
had it priced at 25 a square.
Are you learning?
I'm learning.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, so now I'd say 30 because Garrett said 30.
Yeah, that's all right. Let's go sneak up on my mentor Lyle and watch the master in work as he builds rapport. All right, what do you guys think about this one?
Wow, great wholesale deal.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you
It's a little
think?
choppy inside. I mean, there's two options on it, right? You either make it really nice or you just throw new carpet in there and some paint
Right.
and
We
not
could
change
do
one thing.
Lipstick on the peg.
I think as long as we can buy it at the right price, there's money to be made.
Absolutely.
I'm not against it one bit.
What'd you think of that one, Lyle?
I see lots of paths, and there's no debt.
No debt.
There's no debt. At least what I heard, you guys know that. Somebody knows that in the system, but already done that research. But there's no debt.
Debt and the number is.
And Mom has inherited it. And but you got to get to her. Stop all this other chit chat. You got to sit down with Mom.
Got to sit down with the mom.
Punch on that.
I know.
And
It's a wasted thing unless you get the contract with the mom.
Mom probably doesn't want the granddaughter moved back in with her, so I'd find a place for her. That's what I would do. I'd consider that.
Because she's living there right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, she'd ball her boyfriend every
She's
night
looking for
over
a place
here.
to rent. We were gonna get her email address and help her out with.
So that's part of the key
somewhere
of
to
this
rent.
one is figuring out how to get her someplace feeling good.
Well, it would be part of the key, but that's just a dialogue you're going to have. Where's the pressure point? The Mom's been fiddle-farting around with this thing for a long time. They cleaned it out once, and look what's left.
And you found all that out just from
We
chatting
just
with
listened to her, yeah.
Yeah. Did you know they own it free and clear?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, just making sure. Just making sure. Stepping your game
I
up.
was trying to
Lyle.
already ask if there's a way that we could get her a little bit more money
then you
and
create-
just pay her when it sells and then take
if that
over the
doesn't
rehab.
work, then loan her some money that maybe she won't service it. Dodd-Frank's not going to play with this at all because it's not occupied by the owner. So you don't have to worry about any of that. Now, this is my perception, just listening quick. And sometimes I make my choices too fast. And you got a lot of players here listening and looking at it. They're all going to have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
You got one that I don't have. I got one you don't have. He's got one. I know this guy's got two. And you just have to punch on Mom. Yeah. In fact, I would have punched there before I even come over here. I would have got her story first. But we all do things differently on a rhythm, a timeline basis.
Yeah.
She
And
makes
you've
the
talked
decision.
to the mom, right? Or
Oh yeah,
Tamara's
yeah.
talked to the mom.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
On the phone.
I think we had a 7-minute conversation.
It needs everything. It needs like new floors, new paint, new. That's why I was doing the cash offer rather than a real estate. Is because I was just going to sell it the way it is.
Talked about where she's at, what she needs for it, ballpark pricing, how fast she wants to move it, if there's a mortgage on it, that type of thing. So we covered the majority. She just said her daughter is living here, so her daughter would be the best one to let us in. We just said we want to look at it.
So what's interesting about this, because it's on free and clear, there's a lot of different avenues, and
That's right.
that's I never really thought. I mean,
What about an installment plan? Buying it
I
on an
do a
installment plan?
participation on it. I don't think, if she was not concurrent with my thought, you can't go there. Let's say, so much now, and start getting it ready, and then do your sale, and she participates.
Because
in
wouldn't
the
she
end
save a
result.
lot on taxes if we did more of an installment plan?
Well, you use the word installment, I use the word participation, but You're probably more right than I am, and we all have our own lingo.
Yeah, she's going off that appraisal. She said that it was appraised recently
Yeah, that's
at
the problem.
At $250.
What is an appraisal now? Give me a definition. It's a third-party, disinterested party opinion. That's all it is.
Yep.
So it didn't mean much to me.
Yep. It wasn't done for a bank
But
for lending
Mom's going to hear
purposes.
that because she's got the shovel out. She dug a buried grandma already. Wants the money.
Sure. Yeah.
And you got to figure out how you get to the cheese. In my view.
Yeah.
And that's why I use the word participation. And you can't do it for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10% margin. It's too much risk. And you might own a carry back out, and you got to allocate for that. But I don't know if that comes up in the conversation or not. Maybe she participates in that balloon or in that financing.
So almost, give her maybe, 30 grand up front.
Yeah, maybe.
Solve some short-term problems for her. We go ahead and do the whole rehab, and we agree on 0%, until it sells, something like that, for a little bit more of the purchase price after.
Sometimes it works to say $1,000 a month. It's just we're 1,000 whatever, and so maybe you write a check for 30 grand here the first 30 months.
Yeah.
But you got to do that document right.
Oh yeah.
And you got to disclose that.
Yep. Absolutely.
In total, I do it with a cover letter and an amortization sheet.
Yep.
Showing them. That's how I do that.
Yep.
But
Disclose.
there are so many ways here. The reason I say this is why you need a dialogue with who's controlling it.
Sure.
If you two guys are involved, I want to talk to both of you, not just one.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to people, make the choice, make the decision.
Yep.
And this other thing, you, if I may say it this way, you got 5. How many of 6 of us here?
Yeah.
You used a whole day of high-powered execs coming over here.
Sure.
You used up a whole day counting yourself, maybe more.
That's because you're in town. You're the VIP. We bring you out into the field.
Well,
all right, so we're just winding down this appointment, and obviously I can't bring a video camera into every single motivated seller appointment that I go on, but this one was kind of unique because the daughter of the mom who's selling the place, we had an opportunity to build some rapport with her, and she green-lighted me on recording, so you get the benefit of getting that sneak peek of what it's like to be out in the field. And what a cool surprise that my mentor Lyle came in from out of town, and I was able to drag him out into the field with us. Pretty cool, right? So listen, I want to end strong by saying, when I was a little kid, I was always super shy. I used to be one of those kids that would hide behind my dad's leg whenever, strangers came over. And if I ever had to talk or anything up at the front of the classroom, I would pretend I was sick. I never grew up with a tremendous amount of confidence. I was always a really little guy. And I couldn't imagine if you would have told me 15 plus years ago, hey, there's gonna be someday you're gonna be standing in front of strangers' houses, working out real estate deals with them, and you're gonna be paying cash for houses and flipping houses and doing all this crazy stuff. I would have said, you are freaking crazy. There is no way I'm gonna ever be able to do that. And I remember when I first got into the business, it all felt so overwhelming. The amount of moving pieces in this business is crazy. If you look at it in its entirety, it's too overwhelming. If you just take it one step at a time, from finding deals to talking on the phone to comping, inspecting, and analyzing properties and negotiating and paperwork and all that, in its entirety, it's too much. But if you just take it one step at a time, it starts to become much more manageable. And I actually did a video the other day called How to Eat a Real Estate Elephant. If you're feeling overwhelmed right now, watch that video right there and check out what that conversation is. I think it's going to be really powerful for you. And really, when I first started, I wasn't good. I drove a piece of crap Nissan pickup truck. I had no money, right? I had a ton of self-limiting beliefs, but I did have 2 things that I think every single real estate investor needs to have if they want to be successful. These 2 things were vital to my success, especially when I was first starting out, because I didn't have the skills, I didn't have the capabilities, I didn't know how to negotiate, I wasn't good at selling. And I want you to write this down. I was authentic and I was enthusiastic. You see, when you're authentic, people feel that. Rapport is able to get built because people can start to trust you because they can feel your authenticity. People are pretty good, and they got a pretty good bullshit radar, right? You know those people that they're a little slimy or they're pushy, or you just feel like, man, this person's not in it to win it with me. All right, they're in it for themselves. Well, I was authentic. I really wanted to help people, and I always showed up with a servant's attitude, willing to put in the work and do whatever it takes to solve their housing problem. The other thing is I was enthusiastic. You see, when you don't have money, you can compensate your lack of skills, lack of resources, lack of knowledge by being enthusiastic. I loved the real estate business. I love this concept of being able to help people and buy low and sell high and do all this stuff, that I had this amazing amount of youthful enthusiasm. So if you're watching this right now and you want to get into this business, get off the damn sidelines, stop watching YouTube videos, you know enough, get the free contracts, which, by the way, I've been giving away my paperwork for a long time now. If you don't have my paperwork, click the link in the pinned comment section down below and get the contracts in your hand. And start making phone calls to for sale by owner or for rent by owner, and try and drum up some business and get out there and go on some of these appointments and try to work out some deals with people. What's gonna happen is one step at a time, one bite at a time. That's how you're gonna run 1,000 miles. It's one step at a time. So don't get overwhelmed by all the moving pieces. Just take it slow and know that you're at the right place at the right time with the right industry, with the right group of people. All right. That's all I have for you in this one. What do you guys think? Smash that like button if you like these kind of out in the field type of videos. And until next time, I'm signing off for now. Take care. Comb your hair. Sperber out.